What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cornercade. I'm Danny, and tonight, guys, we got episode 15 of our weekly podcast, Chill and Chat. We got a couple topics to talk about tonight. A big one going to be time crisis. We did a little trick or treating for you members who saw. You already saw those pictures. And Galaga's out in the wild, and guys, it looks beautiful. It all comes right at you next. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. First things first, I'm sipping on the traditional Ghost, guys. We made a grocery order, me and my wife, and she ordered a couple Ghost drinks, but they substituted with all the watermelon ones. So I got like 8 of these on tap, ready to go. But welcome everybody coming in tonight. Now we got a couple other people streaming, so we'll probably get more people joining us tonight. We got 9 people in the house, which is great. This is a Halloween edition of our show. The plan was to have me and my wife dress up as the Ghostbusters. That's what we went as for Halloween as the whole family, but she wasn't feeling that great. And then we put away the costumes like perfectly, like she did. And she's like, I don't want to dig those things up. I just put them all neatly away. So whatever, we'll skip that segment. But we do want to say at least hi to you guys in the chat. So let's bring you guys up right now. That's right. Look at the background. It's a spooky, scary Halloween theme. Restream's got some cool things, so we're going to be using them tonight on our Halloween edition episode. So I just want to say hi to you guys. We got Council Fanboy in the house. Let's go. That's right. We got the spooky, scary font down below. Arthur's in the house saying, yo, 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 what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. Council Fanboy says, still like time crisis. Also need to know your Miss Pac-Man score. Thanks. Yes. Okay. So my Miss Pac-Man score, I believe, is I think it's 114,000. I think my Pac-Man score is 135,000. Or my Miss Pac-Man score might be 125,000, and Pac-Man is 135,000. But I also play on fast mode, so it's fast mode or nothing for me. Oh yeah, real quick. Still like time crisis. Yeah, time crisis is really cool. And we'll get into that. That's gonna be our first topic of the night. So I just recently did a review on it, guys. Posted it a few hours ago. So if you haven't already, check out the review. I go pretty in depth with it, a little bit from my knowledge to yours, kind of thing. So it was definitely a pretty cool review. Arthur is saying you have been talking about dress up for a while. Yeah, I was planning on it, but life happens like always. Yeah, like we had 5 Ghostbusters. I mean, the Ghostbusters all have equipment. They all have suits. Like it's a whole what to do at the end of the day. But if you guys are a member at the end of the day to the Cornercade channel, again, it's only 99 cents to join. Like I always say, you can't even get a soda out of the vending machine for that much. It's for the whole month, 99 cents. You guys got to see the sneak peek previews of all that stuff. You get to see us go trick-or-treating and stuff. It was hella cold outside. I think it was like 44 degrees. So we didn't want my little man and the kids freezing like that. So we literally went out there for about an hour. We went through a whole block, came back. But we bought candy prior to that, so we were all well prepared. It was very interesting because it was so cold. It was supposed to snow, but thank God it didn't. Arthur's saying, are you dressing up tomorrow? No, so Halloween for us in Wisconsin, trick-or-treating for the kids was yesterday, actually. So it was on the 29th, and I know Halloween officially is tomorrow, but, it's a Halloween weekend. Everybody's partying from Friday to Tuesday or whatever the case may be. Council Fanboys commenting on that, oh my God, 114,000, Jesus. Okay, I'm selling my Class 81. I don't know, like the key is getting the keys and all that fruit and stuff. That's how you really start to rack them up at the end of the day. Arthur saying good review, thank you, man. So let's do this here. Let's bring this guy in. Let's go full screen. Let's play this while we're kind of talking about it, so we kind of have a visual to go. Let's see if is this better? Yeah, let's do this. So you guys can kind of see the cab. I mean, everybody's seen it, but kind of get a visual while we're talking here. So time crisis, guys. the long anticipated debut. I mean, we've waited like, I feel like 2 years for this thing, a year and a half since it was leaked. For those of you just getting in, we're just starting off our first topic tonight. So Julio Hernandez, thank you for stopping by. Chris C, Jason, Corner Gate on the Mondays. Is this some kind of sorcery? Yeah, we normally do it on Tuesdays, but I talked to my wife. I was like, hey, let's do it tonight because she was actually feeling good. And then the day just beat her to hell. So she's just taking a nap right now for the most part. So I've been hard at work the whole day. I just put out a review video and then we're going live tonight. So I have like 4 days off of work. So I didn't want to put every day just full of content. I wanted to be able to spend time with the family and my wife and stuff. So that's why I kind of just condensed the two into one here. So we're going live tonight. We try to just do it once a week and get on a consistent schedule. But I always tell you guys, I'm a retail manager, so it's not always the case. I can't always be that consistent. Oh, look at this, Chris C. He said, I bought Time Crisis a couple hours before you dropped your review. Oh, that's dope, man. So you can kind of see a little bit and get a little bit more in depth with it. So yeah, just talking Time Crisis. This cabinet is really, really cool. There's a lot of detail to it. I love the form factor of it. Just looking at it because it's right here next to me. So just here, let me just show you guys real quick to show you how close this thing actually is. Not to get too sidetracked, but it's right there. It's literally right next to me here. So that's why if you see me looking in that direction, you know why. But yeah, so it's pretty interesting. It's a cool form factor. I definitely like it. I think just going top down, the marquee is great. They did a really good job on that because sometimes with Arcade1up they swing and miss, and it's always here and there, so you never know. But I think going forward, they've gotten the marquee situation straightened out, much like they've gotten the monitor situation straightened out. So that's a good thing. So going down top to bottom here, the speakers. Speakers, I wish they were a little bit more loud, a little bit more bassier. They do get loud, but I just wish I had that thump like that. They seem kind of tinny. When you first started up, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When they did that arcade one up splash screen, it's very just tinny. And then it starts to get in with the bass a little bit more, but with the Time Crisis theme music and their soundtrack, and when you're facing the bosses and stuff, I just wish for more bass. But again, that's an easy mod that you can do, but it's something we shouldn't have to do, especially if you're spending, $750 in this thing and then some. I just think, yeah, you shouldn't have to do that. But, getting down to the screen, I know the screen kind of looks weird. I mean, some people, Council Fanboy, I know you've played this before, but to me, the screen height wasn't an issue. And I was really kind of worried about that coming in, that, oh my God, I'm looking at next to Big Buck Hunter. Big Buck Hunter's comfortable at that height. Time Crisis looks like, it's almost half as low. But actually, it didn't mind it at all, which is very interesting. It's very, very interesting on that. So that was a good thing at the end of the day. I do wish, however, that it was a 19, 20-inch screen. Again, though, that's another modification, but you shouldn't have to go and do that. But the 17-inch is playable, but definitely for shooters, man, I'm 100% on board. They need to be a 19-inch screen, no doubt about it. Getting down to the guns, guys. The guns were a little bit of a disappointment. The whole feature to the cockbacking action, it's just exhausting at the end of the day to have to do it for, and I got it literally right here, to have to do it for, 20 minutes or so. At first, it's like, oh, this is cool. It works. But then after, you're doing your scenes and your cut scenes and you're firing and all the guy, you're 20 minutes in, you're like, okay, this is exhausting. And on top of that, it's very loud, so you really can't hear the music, especially if you got all your other machines going. And you want to be able to hear that music in Time Crisis, like the action, reload, danger, like all that cool shit. You want to be able to hear it at the end of the day. So that was kind of a little bit of a disappointment, but there's a weight in there, which is nice, so it feels a little bit better in the hand, much like the big Buck Hunter rifles. They definitely improved on their guns since Terminator 2. But yeah, I wish they were less plasticky, and just I wish there was like a battery operated recoil kind of cockback feature on that the slide backs there. But just getting down to it, I know, and I can see the coin door a little bit. Coin door placement, guys, like I said in my review, that was like a licensor thing, so they wanted that Time Crisis logo that's in front there. So there's not much Arcade1up can do with the coin door. That's why it's so low. But again, licensing getting in the way. I wish that was a little bit higher. But again, just nitpicking things here and there. Um, the pedal at the end of the day, and let me see if I can fast forward this for you guys, where I kind of get into the pedal. Oh yeah, real quick. If anybody's seen it, I did attach the Big Buck Hunter rifles, and those do work. And the cool thing about it is the cockback on the shotgun actually allows you to reload and dunk. So it's actually kind of cool. It's actually kind of satisfying, like pulling that micro switch trigger that's in there. The Big Buck Hunter guns are nice. I like them. They definitely improved them from before, from what I've been seeing. So that was pretty fun too to have that. Um, but yeah, let me talk about. We're gonna get into the pedal here. So the pedal, the metal on it is very, very good. I like the metal, the aluminum or whatever it's being used there. The rest of the pedal, however, is very plasticky and it's not weighted, so it pushes on the floor when you're playing. So you're playing aggressively, like you don't play lightly, and the thing is sliding left and right, up and down. I really wish that whole red piece there was made out of metal, just something that had a weight to it. Even if it was 30 pounds or 25 pounds, I feel like it wouldn't move as much on the floor. So that was a little disappointing because you have to keep readjusting yourself while you're playing the game and you're trying to stay focused on the game at the end of the day. I get that they used on this thing, they used a little black button, but when you're aiming and you're using that black button, it's like it throws your aim off. I don't like it. So kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place. I guess that's why you use the shotgun and kind of reload it. That'd be kind of funny. But yeah, as far as that goes, does it affect gameplay at the end of the day? Not, it's not the end of the world. It's not like, we're competing online with this game or anything like that. But you do have the high scores, and it can affect you. As see, I had this do here is moving the pedal back, so that kind of stinks. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's Arcade1up maybe cutting corners for the price point. I just wish, like, because it was 750, that we could have gotten a better pedal and a little bit better guns, or just a 19-inch screen. Like, give us one of the three or two of the three, and I think this is an excellent cabinet. The games lineup is very fun. At the end of the day, when you're playing it, and I can kind of fast forward. I do some gameplay here in my review. So we'll go through the games, and then I'll kind of just play the game here. Anybody that's playing Time Crisis, it's super fun. There was no emulation glitches whatsoever that I saw of. It reminded me just like the arcades again. So that was very fun. Steel Gunner 1 and 2 I've never really played, but it's just a hold them down, spray and pray kind of side scroller. And then Point Blank is going to be the second, or the number one game on here. So it's going to be those two that you're going to be playing the most. Dr. Z says, I got this in my cart right now. You're killing me. If you are a fan of Time Crisis, you played it in the arcades, and you love it, 100% get this cabinet. The slide back cock feature that you're going to be turning off anyways, it's not worth not getting it at the end of the day. I mean, I'm sure you could either upgrade the guns down the line with some type of Sinden support from another company. Like Peter McNabb saying, buy now. Just go ahead and do it. It's worth it. Like I said, I sold a cab to get mine. I didn't pay the $750. I think I paid like $450, maybe $500, probably $450. I think it was for this. So it was definitely a good deal at the end of the day for at least me. Peter McNabb saying, I'm glad I'm 5'7" for the Time Crisis height. Yeah, I'm 6 foot, and it plays good. I don't have any issue of like, oh man, this screen is way too low. It's like hurting my neck or anything. I had that kind of effect with Ridge Racer, and then once I played the Fast and the Furious, I was like, oh wow, even 3-4 inches higher, this feels great. Like this is more of my height that I can actually be comfortable playing in. Dr. Z said, I sold my Big Buck Hunter to get the funds. Not my jam, so you keep an NBA jam. Now, is that the previous Big Buck Hunter? That's not the new Big Buck Hunter Deluxe, correct? That's like the shorter one. That one needed a lot of modding. Let me scroll up, see here, guys. What do you think of Time Crisis? Let's see here. Council Fanboy, thank you for the support. He's saying, great review, dude. I like how you added your gameplay. Many don't. Yeah, I tried to switch it up. I mean, my review ended up being like 30 minutes. I kind of dove into it a little bit more, and I'm getting a little bit better with the reviews. At least I think when I watched it back, I was like, oh, okay, I didn't really There's nothing I really missed, I don't think, that I was like looking at, and I was able to kind of edit everything down, and it was neat. I really liked doing the review. It was fun. I might even do a review for Buck Hunter. I don't know yet. It's hard when you get your arcades in place. It's hard to pull them out. It's to like redo everything and then put them back. It really is a pain in the ass. Let's see here. Console fanboy says, "Please consider getting the Meta Quest. It's incredible." Um, I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, it would be pretty cool. The problem is, like, if I'm playing and stuff, like, my kids are going to want to play it. Like, this would be the same situation, like, with when I had an Xbox Series S. The kids are going to just take over. And then what's going to happen is my daughter's going to want to try it first. Then my son's going to see my daughter trying it. Then they're going to fight over it. Then dad's going to have to put him in the penalty box for 2 minutes for roughing. And it's going to be his whole what to do. That's why the arcade's great, because they just flip the arcade on and everybody's got a machine. They can just go ham. Again, that's how the corner arcade started at the end of the day. I will say this, guys. While the Time Crisis video is playing, going through the gameplay here, the Atari pub table I was hardcore looking at. It was $2.99. Guys, let me know in the chat. Do you believe that it will go $2.99 again? Because from your guys' super chats and memberships, we were able to pretty much earned that last month. So I was thinking about putting that money then towards the pub table, kind of give you guys some, maybe do a review on it and kind of give you guys some content for the channel so you guys can see. I think the pub table would be actually really cool. Wouldn't be in the corner arcade at all. It'd be in the kitchen. Wife's making dinner. We're chatting away. We could play a game of Pong or something, and then we could always have a snack. Sometimes like there's not time for, when I get home late, we just kind of make dinner and go to bed. So that night would be great to just bust out the Pong table, eat dinner on the Pong table, and play some Pong or something. I think that'd be really cool. Does anybody here think it's going to come back for $2.99, or does anybody own it and have it, and are the two-player games good? The thing is, I watched videos on YouTube of reviews. Nobody's playing with two players. What games are two players and what's not? I don't know. Like, can you do everything besides Pong? Can you do other things two-player? Like, you can't do Tempest two-player. Like, what can you do two-player? Let me know. I'm going to catch up with the chat here while we're doing that. Arthur's saying, are the speakers as tiny as a Simpsons cap? So I think all the speakers are the same. The ones that don't have the grill covers to them, they're just going to pretty much be hollowed out now. So there's not the holes anymore that you'll see on those traditional caps that don't have the grill covers. It's pretty much all shaved out. The speaker's right in the hole there, and then it has a grill cover. So I think they've improved the speakers, or they improved the connections and the software to the speakers, because they look pretty cool, or they sound pretty cool, I should say. Peter McNabb says, I will be picking up Time Crisis with the 19-inch buy stuff mod. I assume that this font is very hard to read, but we're bringing it to you live, guys, with the spooky font. Let me get a little bit closer here. The local high scores will save with initials. Yeah, everything saves. Everything's good. That 19-inch screen does look cool. We had Buy Stuff actually join us for our live unboxing, so that was really fun. God, I would kill for them to send me like the 19-inch just to do a review on it and give thoughts. That would be so dope, because like $200, that's like I could almost get another arcade for that. It's kind of hard to like just throw that in, much like the Retro 530 marquee for Big Buck Hunter. Like I want to get it, but it's like it's $200 and it's like around the holidays. Like I don't know, guys. So right now we're just at like a standstill until like our tax returns come in and we have a little bit more flexibility. Obviously, with your guys' support, the more you support the channel, the more I can give content back. So let's say we're able to earn enough to put the 19-inch screen in and the light-up marquee. We will definitely be doing content for you. That's no brainer at the end of the day. But again, we got to get there at the end of the day. See, Console Fanboy says we're about the same. We're about the same size. I had no issues with the height once either. Time Crisis is great, just too expensive. Yeah, I think, guys, that this can go on sale, or you can like sell a cabinet like I did to kind of chip away at that cost a little bit. I think that would help just make this a little bit more affordable for you, because $750 is a lot. What's going on, Lethal Wolf? Thank you for joining the stream, man. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Cornercade, 110%. Smash that like button if you already haven't, guys. Definitely. Lethal Wolf saying, you can turn off the gun action. Yes, you can. So I'll show you real quick. I know we're kind of going through here. So right now I have it off. It's just a micro switch. You press this button here, it unlocks it. You do that. You bring this guy back. You lock it in. You put the lock down, and it's locked again. So at least you can do that. Can you imagine being stuck with the recoil on and you're just exhausted after the first area in Time Crisis? Damien Williams says, don't tell him to buy 3 Street Fighters. No more Street Fighters. We have one more cab coming to us on the horizon. I don't know when it'll be here, and I don't know what's going to happen with that, but stay tuned for that. But other than that, if the Atari pub table goes on sale, we are definitely going to pick that up. Like, I had it in my cart, and I was like, I'll just go ahead and do it. And then I hit the refresh button. It was back up to $550. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. Like, there's no chance. $299, $199 would be great for that thing. I would scoop that in a heartbeat. But $299, I was kind of thinking about it. I was going him and home with my wife, kind of seeing what else was on sale. Do you guys think Black Friday is just beginning with these things, or is that just like a flash weekend sale and there's no more sales going to happen? Blair Zill's in the house. What's going on, man? Thank you for coming by. Oh yeah. I wanted Mrs. Corner K to come on today, but she wasn't feeling the greatest. But yeah, she snapped off at me today. It would have been funnier if she was here telling the story, but she snapped off at me today for saying, let's go. She literally went off on me. She's it's that time of the month for Miss Corner K, so she's pissed the fuck off, to say the least, and I was dying. Oh, Dr. Z, perfect one in the house, man. You're a supporter of the channel, so I appreciate it. Says, I love the Pong table. I had it for a year. Warlords can be 2-player. Okay, Warlords can be like 4-player. What other games? I know Pong Sports can be 2-player. I'm trying to think what else is on that thing. Are they all pretty much 2-player? That'd be dope. You know what would be cool is a Pac-Man Battle Royale pub table. That would be dope. Like 2-player, 4-player Pac-Man. Like, that'd be sick. Oh, it looks like Bias of the Store has a mini Time Crisis riser. Well, that's kind of cool. As you can see here from the video, guys, the screen heights, you can kind of see them all right there, which is kind of cool. It's not that bad. It was nice to get that shot in there, but it wasn't that bad at the end of the day. Too, it's a great height when you're just playing. No problems at all. Oh, let's go, Dr. Z. Let's go, man, with a $10 super chat. Monitor money. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Z, for supporting the channel, man. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, guys, the more you support the channel, the more we're able to put out content for you. And hopefully more Arcade1up sales. Like, that's how we were able to get the Street Fighter. Then I was able to sell my other Street Fighter to get Time Crisis. It's kind of just an evolutionary thing. I really do appreciate you supporting the channel, man. Thank you so much. Sky Black, hey, from the UK. Hey, it's not 5 a.m. or 4 a.m., man. It's only 2 a.m. Thank you for staying up with us, man. Yeah, Peter McNabb, I should mod it to a 19. I think that might be the consensus, guys. I even had my wife say, hey, we should put a 19-inch in Big Buck Hunter, too. So now we got 2 19 inches, light up marquee, the pub table. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're looking at trying to get. So hopefully that come down the pipeline here as soon as we get some funds for it. Peter McNabb's got a good comment here. He says, I meant, should I mod the Time Crisis to a 19-inch right away or play with the 17-inch stock from start? Okay, Peter McNabb, if you have the 19-inch, just go ahead and put the 19-inch right away. Because you're going to have to disassemble the cab. It's going to be a whole what to do in order to take that out. So it's always easier if you have it right away, just stick the 19-inch in there. And Peter, if you do that, please send us footage to the Corner Arcade, like some pictures and videos that we can put on the show, because I would love to show everybody what that looks like. Yeah, Damien Williams, that's what I was saying. If she was here tonight, you guys would have ate that up alive. Damien Williams saying, see, now that's the kind of content that we need. Mrs. Corner Cake getting pissed. Let's go. Oh, let's go. We got a super chat from Lethal Wolf. 99-cent super chat. A coin with a star. Let's go. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. Definitely helps in the big grand scheme of things, guys. Even 99 cents helps go to the pot and it gets us one step closer to all the fun stuff we can kind of share and bring to you guys at the end of the day. All right, looks like we're caught up with the chat. Let's go. And perfect timing because the video just ended. So I'll bring this guy down real quick. We'll come back to you. Let's get that out of the way there. So I wanted to share some like pumpkin carving and stuff that we did with you guys. But if you guys are a channel member, just go check that out on the channel. I couldn't send it to my email. It was like being weird and I was saying the file's too big. Technology sometimes, guys. It's great when it works and it's absolutely awful when it doesn't. So we got the trick-or-treating and the pumpkin carving. I was going to have Mrs. Corner Cake kind of share those thoughts and opinions. So we'll fill this segment in with what kind of sales you guys think Arcade1up is going to come out with. Do you guys think, I didn't see anything in the chat there. Do you guys think that the $2.99 pub table is going to cycle back through on Amazon or Best Buy? Let me know because, I think the wife is on board. My wife is ready to get it. I think I'm ready to get it. So I think that'd be really cool, guys. What do you think? Yes, Damian Williams. MMM is more monitor money. That's right, buddy. I gotta pull the chat up here because I always forget in case anything goes down that I missed. Okay, cool. We're all caught up. Yeah, for some reason Restream doesn't show that cool stuff, but yeah, I think as far as sale prices go, I'm trying to think to myself. I think the pub table, that wouldn't be going in the corner cave though. There was some cool sales that I was kind of looking at, but nothing that was really like, oh my god, like that would be really cool to get. What kind of cabinets do you guys want to see go on like a $2.99, $3.99 sale? Speaking of $3.99, we had Fret Burner send in some pictures of his Galaga $3.99 that he got up. So let me bring that to you guys real quick. Kind of show you. This is a gorgeous looking cab at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's bring this to here. No, that kind of looks cool. Let's do this. No, let's do this then. Okay, so here's a picture of his Galaga, and from top to bottom, I mean the marquee is outstanding, and I knew it would be. They've fixed this for sure. Light up buttons are kind of cool. I don't know, as long as you can turn them off or turn them on, kind of thing. As long as you can turn them off, I'm kind of okay with that, I guess. I just don't know if they're gonna look like cartoon time when you have them off and they're like translucent. If those are gonna look funny at the end of the day, like kind of kiddish. But it does have the light up coin door here. If I bring this picture up, you can kind of see that. So that is nice. And then they have this little design of the Galaga logo at the bottom there. But this is a cool looking cab. I mean, granted, it's reskinned Pac-Man, so it is what it is. And here's another shot here. He added these LED lights to the back, so no, that does not come with it, but it sure makes it look cool at the end of the day. But this is a really cool cab, $3.99. I think that was a great price since it just came out. But I wanted to kind of share that with you guys there. What do you guys think? Do you guys like that new Galaga? Did you guys pick it up? Are you guys wanting to get it at all? I won't buy it without a lit marquee. What exactly will you not buy without a lit marquee there? I like the lighting. Yeah, the lighting is cool. It makes it pop. It's like perfect colors for that cab. We'll bring that down. So yeah, I guess as far as sales go, that's kind of what we were looking at. Did you guys pick up anything? I know that like I said, the pong table was really cool, but did anyone here pick up anything at the end of the day as far as the Amazon kind of Black Fridays? I know Best Buy had some good sales going on too. Let me see if I can pull up. I don't think anything is going to be really on sale right now. I think that's all kind of done with. But let me just scope the web here with you guys. And I know they were offered to like regions. People didn't really believe me and my wife, but they're offered to regions. So not everybody's getting the same kind of deals here. So just keep that in mind. That's gonna be too small. That's not gonna be big enough. We'll bring the chat down real quick. We'll bring this full circle so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. So scrolling through like 4.99, 4.99. Everything's gonna kind of be the same big price. Looks like this Pac Mania thing's 3.99. That should really go for 2.99. We got our Dig Dug variant of this for 2.99, so that was a really good deal when we scooped that up. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything else is going to be really on sale right now. I mean, it's NBA Jam Countercade, but we're only getting the 3/4 scales here. So, and I guess the pub table too, if that'll go back on sale. Yeah, I'm just looking through. It looks like everything's kind of full price again, which kind of is a bummer. I didn't realize how fast those sales would be ending. We're always I'm looking up to picking up like 2 stools. I need like a good quality stool with like a back. And I don't want this circle. I want something like this or something. The circle one's always like tilt and can fall back and forth. So those aren't really what I'm looking for. Um, but yeah, it doesn't look like anything truly is going to be on sale. I think Best Buy's prices are all back to full price. See if I can head over there real quick. All right, let's type in. Yeah, that's the only thing we need to search. Arcade1up. That's right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, they're all going to be. So these were $3.99. This was like $3.50 with a membership. Yeah, there she is, the Pong Pub table, just waiting. But that was $2.99, and so was the head to head. There was a lot of good head to heads that were off. Like these were $2.99. Even this is a good price. To be quite honest with you, but yeah, it was $2.99 with the membership. This is $3.99. This is some weird like $5.54 price. It was really weird. I just wonder if there's gonna be. This is $3.99. I know some people picked up like Christopher Camera. He picked up this Mortal Kombat 2, $3.99. No brainer, dude. I got it on a Father's Day sale for $50 more than that, so I got it for $4.50, and I thought that was a pretty good deal when it was like pretty much just came out. This should be $2.99. This MK30th, but then they have these cool head to heads. I wish this games list was on the Atari pub table. I don't know why it's not. Why do they make like 2 separate game lists for that? It's really weird. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything sales wise, so that's kind of like a bummer. Console fanboy really wants me to get a MetaQuest 3. Let's bring you guys back in here. He says, will you please consider getting a MetaQuest 3, even a MetaQuest 2? It's incredible. Kids will love it too. Well, yeah, but then I got to get like 2 or 3 of them. Like, it's not just a one thing when you have kids. I'm this corner, Kate. You can attest to that. It's a whole. Everybody's got to have one. Then we're all just gonna be walking around with like the VR headsets on. Yes, Lethal Wolf. I always love this talk. Arcade1up speculation for next year. Yes, I would get both of those, like a Smash TV Robotron and Qbert. It's not like those titles like, oh my god, like a Hydro Thunder and a Sega Jurassic Park shooter. Those would be like, oh my god. But they're new titles, and that's something that we've been craving for. Time Crisis, Big Buck. That's why I brought both of those into the corner key. They were new titles. I've never played Point Blank before, but me and my wife had fun playing Point Blank, and we're gonna always play it. It's a game that will never ever get old because of the mini games and the replayability, just like Big Buck Hunter. I think Big Buck Hunter was one of the biggest surprises that it brought to the corner cake because I didn't think anything of it. I was like, hey, let's just get it. We don't have any new titles coming out. And it's a blast, man. Honestly, it's really, really fun. And I think my wife loves it even more than I do. Okay, Julio Hernandez has a big one here. He says, hey, Danny, Miss Corner Kid, I'm waiting on Fast and Furious. Hopefully it goes down to the $3.99 and I have Time Crisis on my cart. At Wayfair, Time Crisis for $8.99. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Wayfair is giving you just what you need, right? With that big rip-off price. But yeah, that's way too much. Like $750 was the max. I don't think that's the most expensive cabinet we bought to date. The MVSX was the second in line. It was like $609, and then we bought the Hilo hacks for it. So it's definitely close. But there's a ton of replayability in the MVSX with the Hilo hack. So $3.99 for Fast and the Furious. That would be a steal, man. I would get two of those if I were you. And if you have buddies or family members, hook them up and play them together. That would be super fun. Stupid Fat Hobbit says, if you get the pub table, pretty soon the cornercade will be like an arcade hotel. Pretty much every one up has passed through at one point or another. That is hilarious, dude. I actually wanted to make a list with my wife on the show today of what arcade one ups we've actually bought because I think it's like up to 39, somewhere like that. And I know Stupid Fat Habit, you have a ton of one ups in your arcade, in your basement theater arcade room. But yeah, the pub table would be super cool. It'd be definitely a new form factor. That's something that we've never had before. And I was thinking about getting a pub table for the kitchen anyways, because we have this like nook in the kitchen that's just like a random nook that like then leads into the kitchen. I'm like, well, why not get the definition of functional furniture and get the pub table for there? And $2.99, it was only $50 more than what I've gotten would have got the pub table at IKEA for. So I was like, oh man, I'm all into this. Let's do it. So I think when it goes on sale, hopefully when it goes on sale again, that would be really cool to kind of bring to the arcade. I don't know how big it is. Can it fit through a door? Does anybody have the pub table? Because we could do a live unboxing if it if it can't fit through the door though, then we got to build it in the kitchen. And I don't know if we can do a live unboxing in the kitchen. Console Fanboy says, if you get Cuber or Smash, will you sell Joust? No, I don't think so because 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5. I have like 5, 6 slots still. So I think when we start to sell like your Street Fighter or Joust will be when like we get those other slots filled. I want to fill up the cornercade. The one thing I hate doing is when I bring in an arcade, selling an arcade. I hate it. There's no point. I want to fill out the arcade. And sometimes we have to do it because we can't afford it. But other times it's like, oh man, like I don't want to let that go because I want to be able to fill up the arcade with all the games in it. That's that ambiance that you're paying for. Mrs. Cornercade, what's pure madness? Tell me. The $8.99. I think she's saying the $8.99 for Time Crisis. I'll buy them so fast. What, at $3.99 for the Fast and Furious? Lethal Wolf. If I put an arcade in my kitchen, Deanna would literally whip me. I'm very blessed to have Mrs. Cornercade on my side. Then she's almost vouching for the Atari pub table. Damian Williams says, rather get a pub table from IKEA than an Arcade 1-Up. At least I'll get a better warranty plan. I don't know. IKEA's really weird about when you're returning stuff. You gotta have the receipt. You gotta know the purchase date, like how much it was. They always give you like a hassle for some reason. At least ours does. I don't understand why, but nah, man, this is literally Arcade 1-Up always says like, hey, this is functional furniture. You could buy one, just put in your corner of your living room, and it could be like a talk about piece, and they could play it. This is literally the definition of functional furniture. The only thing I wish it would have is like little cup holder slots. That would be dope. I'm sure there's an aftermarket mod that you can add them to there, though. All right, Mrs. Cornercan has a big comment here. She's saying, I'm totally on board with the pub table in the kitchen. I might actually get my husband in the kitchen with me. You're hilarious. I do sit on the bar stools at the bar table when you're cooking. It's not like I'm always not there. Stupid. Okay, here we go. Dr. Z's got the Atari pub table. He says, the pub table is bigger than you think, heavy too. I think it's almost 30 inches in diameter. Yeah, it was like 35 inches, I think it was. Would that fit through a doorway or no? I don't have a tape measure with me. Yeah, Julio Hernandez, don't worry, he's not going anywhere yet. Joust will eventually leave because the screen's okay, but it'll eventually see its way out of here, but not anytime soon. I mean, we might even be talking like 2 years from now kind of thing. I want to be able to fill out the arcade. That's something I really, really want to do. All right, we got a $4.99 super chat from Council Fanboy. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. He says, for Qbert Smash TV Fun, can't wait for both reviews. Let's see what happens in 2024. I have been told that it's going to be a very exciting year. So I'm holding those people accountable and holding those people to it, because if we're going to get a bunch of bologna sausage with like XLs and stuff, I don't, doesn't really affect me at all. But if we get some re-releases, I wouldn't mind that either, guys. A lot of those 4 players into 2 players, that could be really dope. I think it'd be really cool to bring back X-Men as a 2 player. When I threw out to Cyrus a few months ago about doing a Golden Tee Deluxe, an Outrun Deluxe, like those would be really, really cool. I think it'd be on board with both of those. Me and my wife both love Golden Tee, and we didn't want to see those go, but the form factors and the screens, Golden Tee being that swan design, it was kind of short too, so we ended up saying goodbye to that, selling it to get the XL, but the XL had just a horrible screen. Games were fun, but just a terrible screen, so we ended up selling that too. So hopefully we can bring that back. Maybe they can do right, molded coin door kind of thing, and make that really, really nice. A couple more trackball games on there. That'd be really fun. What do you guys want to see re-release? I know we talked about that, last week or a few weeks ago. What do you guys want to see re-released in a deluxe form? I think they have a couple. I mean, they did like 11 releases this year. That's insane. So we'll see what's happening. But thank you as always for the super chat, man. Hot Fleas in the house. He says the pub table will fit through a standard door already built. Just have to have the right angle going in. Okay. So if we get it, guys, we could possibly do an unboxing. I heard the thing is, I saw some reviews. It looks like it's super easy to build. So me and Mrs. Cornercade, 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops building that thing. And I think it'd be really cool, like playing just a 2-player pub table style. I think it's a very underrated cab, and I think for $299, that's really like the price point there. If we can get it for $199, that'd be awesome. But I think $299 is that's the lowest that thing's gonna go. We saw people were posting up in Facebook for the $100 Blitz. I would not only get that and then transform it into 2-player and sell my current Blitz, but I would totally get the pub table for $100. Like that's insane. Yes, yeah, Lethal Wolf. I married the right woman. 100%. Like I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. That's why I married her. I wouldn't marry her any otherwise. I was like, wait, you gotta like arcades before we get married. Yes, stupid fat hobbit. We need to get a neon sign, honey, that says the KitchenCade. The KitchenCade opening in 2024. Katie, it's time to open your own game room to compete with Danny. That's so funny. Oh my god, my wife and I would have. Well, actually, my wife brought it to my attention. She was like, "Hey, what if we took the second biggest room and we flopped it with the cornercade room, and we put the kids in the cornercade and moved the arcade into the second biggest room because she wants to expand." Guys, what wife do you know wants to expand the arcade? I am truly blessed. I absolutely love her. Yes, we could do a cooking show with cooking and pong in the kitchen. I think it'd be really dope, guys. It'd be really fun to have that thing. I should have just bought it. I was like him and Han, and I did this with Killer Instinct too. I was kind of him and Han, and then I just bought it, but then we got the refunds when it was at 150 sale. Gotta just pull the trigger, man. Gotta just pull the trigger. Qbert, do you guys think Qbert's happening? Where there's smoke, there's fire kind of thing, or what? We all know Smash TV is gonna happen. Council fanboy, that's a really good point. Ever doing a walk and talk with the kids? I think it'd be cool, but like our kids dart in like 8 different directions when it's outside time, so I'd be like doing it, but then I like have to go run and chase my kids. I mean, I guess if that's entertaining. But yeah, I never really thought about doing that. I know some people do that, and I don't want to. I don't lack of a better word, like rip off people's content. It's always funny to see people do walk and talks because they spend like their whole day off or whatever, like just walk around stores. When we got everything right here that we can just check up if they have them in stock or not. So I always found those kind of funny, but I'd rather just spend time with the wife in the arcade at the end of the day playing the games. I'm still thinking about a Mega K, Lethal Wolf says. And not for me. I don't like those multi-Ks. The MPSX is kind of the exception because that was kind of like a multi-K in the arcades. They had arcades on there, a lot of games kind of thing. But I'm not really a big multi-K fan. Definitely love the nostalgia of getting the individual form factors. Hospi, he has the pong table. Let's go. Let's see what this guy has to say. It says, I love my pub table in my kitchen. 4 pong stools. It's the go-to for my party guests and all others because of the simplicity. My MK fighter arrives and gets the least amount of gameplay. Oh man, so that's good news. Like so, you can play 2 player with everything, 4 player with some of the games. That's cool. I wish I had the same. I wish I had the same games list as the uh, the Atari like sit down one, that head to head, because it looks like they have a couple more games on there than the pub table, which was weird. Weird. Yeah. Danny Williams says, Danny, please don't do a walk and talk. That's what makes PD7's channel unique. You don't got to take his what's swag. Sorry, this font is cool, but it's very hard for me to read. We'll keep it up for the remainder of the show. But yeah, everybody's got their own kind of thing. I never really. It's a lot of work. That stuff's a lot of work. You got to like edit the videos and stuff. It's a lot of work. Maybe I'll stick to the reviews and go on live. The one thing I know about PD7 is PD7 doesn't do a live show, so it's very interesting how like every content creator has like what they feel that they're comfortable in. I actually love doing the live shows with you guys. It gives me a chance to interact with you guys on a different level than just in the comments on my videos. So I think it's a really cool thing that we're able to do this once a week. Um, Peter McNabb says re-releases Asteroid in Deluxe, but with the right deck, with no trackball, won't happen. Yeah, I think it will happen because they already have the body style for it, so it's going to save them money at the end of the day. Deluxe, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think they would nail that marquee. That marquee would look really, really cool. This corner Arcade. Well, what about we do a walk and talk, but with PD7? Now that would be cool. Doing like a collaboration thing. I know he loves going to ABT Electronics in Illinois. Maybe we could I'll take a road trip down there and go to that again. That would be pretty fun. I will admit that. Or going to like an arcade, like the arcade that he's gone to, and the Vintage Vault arcade. That would be super dope. I would totally be on board for doing that. Um, there you go. That's the move. I think Damian was saying that's the move right there. I was in one of his walk and talks. He came to my work, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on, man?" He was asking me thoughts about Smash TV, so that was pretty fun. And Council Boy saying, "Katie, that would be so good." So it looks like that's the play. I'll have to hit up PD7 for sure. I told Emily at Sheetside, I told Danny this a while ago. Well, I texted PD7 to see if he wanted to come on tonight, even because Mrs. Corner K was down. So I was like, hey, let's get a co-host in. But he's kind of down with like some allergies and stuff. So maybe we'll try that down the future here. Booga Sauce, I know. I told her. I said, Mrs. Corner K, you're gonna let down some of your fans tonight, but she's not feeling too well, so she's all cuddled up in bed. It's winter season, guys, and my wife is in full hibernation mode. She got the comfy socks, the leggings, the big hoodies underneath the blanket. She is ready to go. It's like 42 degrees here right now. It's freezing outside. So, and just a couple days ago, it was like 75 degrees. So it's even colder now. Damian Willis says, I swear, Danny reads the chat slower than molasses. By the time he sees it, we've already talked about the subject. It's hilarious. Yeah, we're playing catch up. That's all. Paul Mindeman is in the house. Let's go, guys. Maybe Michael B's finishing up. We can get some kind of people over here if you want to keep talking arcades. With you, Danny, no multi-cades except except the Neo Geo. Yeah. Yeah, no multi. I'm not a multi-gig guy. Maybe I will be an XL guy once they come out with like a lot of cool XL features. I could probably get on board with that. Have to redo everything in the corner arcade. There probably wouldn't be as many arcades, and we'd have to raise all the artwork. But I could probably get on board the XLs, but just not a multi-gig guy. Just I don't know about that. Julio Hernandez, great question. Yes, my wife wants to get a lot of pinballs. V pin, of course. We're not anywhere close to being able to buy a real Stern, even a used pinball at this point for $7,000 or 17,000. That's never gonna happen. I will say this though, like V pin does intrigue me. Mrs. Corner bring those, have like 4 or 5 of them lined up. That would be really, really dope. But that would be saved for if we get a house. We're not going to be able to fit it in our arcade here. It's just not going to happen at the end of the day. And I could probably put a pinball in the bedroom and see what's up. But again, we want to be able to have as many of the machines in the cornercade as possible. So because you don't want to go to another room to play arcades, especially when the kids are sleeping and they're loud out there. We don't want to wake them up. Once they're in bed, we want to leave them in bed. But definitely a good question. We do want to bring that in the future, and as soon as my wife can start working again, we got 2 incomes going. We'll definitely be able to get a house, and then shortly the V pins will coming and an expansion on the cornercade. Much like 19K Fox, we get to check him out. He had a move recently and is building his arcade. We'll be doing the same thing, kind of thing. Won't be for a couple of years, but you guys have followed the channel throughout. You guys can see where we started. I mean, literally, this started in a corner of our living room with one machine. Then I matriculated into 3. We had, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had like 9 machines in the living room where we made like little mini aisles, and we had to get in the bedroom like this, like our bedroom. And my wife was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to expand. This isn't working." I'm like, "Let's go, dude." So that's when the cornercade really started to take off, and that's what it is today. And it's only going to continue to keep growing from here on out, hopefully. Okay, Scott, great question here. Uh, Danny, do you have NBA Jam? We used to have NBA Jam, the Swan design, but we don't have the new one. I have no interest in getting 4-player cabinets because they take away from me getting another cabinet because of the spacing issues. But I'm going to tell you, and I told Cyrus this, I said, if you guys would have re-released NBA Jam as a 2-player, I probably would have bought it. No joke, not like pumping smoke up anyone's behind, but I love NBA Jam. It's a really cool game, classic arcade staple, but the 4-player kills it for anybody. So I think 2-player going forward, who knows? They might re-release it next year, and we'll see. That price point too needs to come down. Again, the sweet spot $3.99 for these things. I think for that thing, $4.99 would have been great. Yeah, what's this talk about the Time Crisis stool? I think that Michael B just found this out on Shop Hippo. Why does Time Crisis have a stool? You're supposed to be standing up and playing it, but I get it. Sell anything you can and match it up. But Game Room Guru says ordering the Time Crisis stool. What about you? Been using a stool and receiving the pedals not an issue. I have not sat while playing the Time Crisis game. I will tell you this, for me at least, the Arcade1up stools are crap. They do not provide any comfort. After 10 minutes, my ass is hurting. I am in the market, though. We are in the market of looking for 2 stools that don't have that swivel circle base stand, that have 4 legs or whatever, that are really comfortable with a back and that are affordable. The thing is, you can find really comfortable stools, but then they're like $200 a pop. I was looking to get like a 2-pack, maybe for like $150 each. That would be together. That'd be kind of cool. Devastator Omega's in the house. Let's go. He's saying, "What up, people?" Looks like some people might be done streaming. They're kind of popping in over here, so that's super cool. Everybody's stopping by tonight. My wife did send me, guys, some Halloween pictures here, so it was cool that she was able to still do that and help your boy out. So I can kind of bring those up while we're talking here. Oh wow, she sent a lot of pictures. Oh, looks like let me know. Is our son awake? I think our son is awake. Oh boy. Okay, so let's breaking news, and we'll catch up with the chat. I promise you. But it looks like our son is awake and he is ready to rock and roll. So I'll bring that up to you guys right now. There he is. Let's bring the chat down real quick. Yep, my wife is awake with our son, who does not look like me at all, right? All right, so he's up and about. Okay. Let's see. She also sent Halloween pictures here, so let me bring that up for you guys real quick. I know you guys in the looks like they had to send all individually, so that kind of stinks. But let's see. We'll share this screen here. You guys who are members with us saw this first, but we're gonna bring it to you guys right now. So this is my daughter. We were all, let me close some of these tabs here. We got all these sales and stuff. So my daughter, we all dressed up as the Ghostbusters, as you clearly can see here. Super fun. And there's my wife, best Egon Spangler I've ever seen. Let's go. Got the gloves, everything. So that was super fun to, it was freezing cold. My wife can attest to that. Let's see here. We got Oh yeah, there's my son, little Logan in the house, man. Got his Ghostbuster pail. Absolutely love it. There's a shot at us. We lasted. Look at he was already cold, his little nose. But and I'll see if I can bring these other ones up for you guys. Oh yeah. Oh, let's see. Here's the crew right here. So this is all of us right here. It's on Ethan. And see the Ghostbuster pails. We went all out. And I was even blaring the music on the Ghostbuster thing right there. So you can see your boy got the gloves, the PKE meter, the ghost trap. Some cool, exciting stuff, guys. We had lots of fun, even though it's short lived because it was so cold. And there's Mrs. Corner K giving you guys a little pose right there. Let's go. And don't worry, guys. We never these shoes were brand new, so we don't do shoes in the house. Those were brand new though. Up and then here's us carving some pumpkins, guys. So my wife was able to come in. My wife clearly did a better job than I did. I didn't. I don't. I got like halfway through, and I'm like, "Yep, we're done here." It was very, very difficult. She knocked this out of the park. That thing looked amazing. It'd be cool if we could just, if we could have just lit them up a little bit. And there's another shot there, and there's our daughter saying, "Why you kissing mommy?" So thank you for sharing those, honey. I couldn't bring those up. Let's bring you guys back in. So definitely had some Halloween fun with the family. You know, wanted to share that to you guys since you guys are just there with us, kind of thing. So, um, but yeah, so let's get back to the chat. Oh yeah, Hospi, you bring up a really good point, man. He says if you do buy the pub table, aftermarket screw caps are a must. All those exposed screw holes. I was kind of looking through. I saw like an Arcade1up like spare parts bin, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I have enough white and black ones that I can kind of just stick in there for sure. That's what I was thinking of, definitely. Oh, let's see. Superfab says, I have a feeling off road and an Atari Area 51 will be next year's new racer and shooter. Wow, that could be really cool. I'm thinking. So I know they have a good relationship with Eugene Jarvis and Raw Thrills, who Eugene Jarvis this works for Raw Thrills. And I was looking down the list, and I was like, and I saw it, and I was like, Sega Jurassic Park Shooter. That's a banger title that they haven't released that yet. I'm wondering if the licensing might be too expensive for that. I don't know, but that would be super cool, man, if they could do that. And off-road would be cool too, man. If you could put Super Spray on that, oh my, that would be one. A nice 80s title that I would bring to the cornercade in a heartbeat. Super Sprint is so stupidly addicting. It's so much fun. And off-road is super fun too. I played the hell out of that when I was a kid. I'm sure we all did. Council Fanboy says I put Miss Pac-Man Deluxe right next to my bed. Last night was the most action I've had in the bedroom. Oh, well, it's pretty funny. Yeah, Julio Hernandez brings up a good point here. He says that the pub machine is going to be in the kitchen. Make another channel, Cook and Play with Katie and Danny. That's hilarious. Yeah, Jason, good point. Always have like at least one multi-cade and a V pin. Don't isolate yourself. Think outside the box. Um, so true. I mean, we have the multi-cade and the MVSX right in front of me here. The V pin we don't have, and we don't have room for it yet. So I want to kind of avoid putting arcades all over the house. It just becomes a hoarder situation. Um, I want to know, guys, if you think that pub table is going to come back at $299, because that would be really cool. I got to pull the trigger, so someone's got to give me the updates. And that Frogger too. Speaking of sales, that Frogger for $199 at Lowe's. I was thinking about bringing that back to the corner gate, even though that has like a kind of crappy marquee and it's shorter. It's only 57 inches high. You know, they kind of beef these things up a little bit. But man, that was kind of tempting. $199 is an excellent price for that. Let's see here. Yeah, Game Room Guru, you're kind of like me. We have everything. We have everything right now. We're just kind of waiting on new titles at this point. Thor KC. I think I've heard this before. He says, if you want good stools, check out your local Harper Freight. I might have to do that. Yeah, I've been kind of looking for some like just simple plain black stools. Put them in a couple corners here, just two kind of thing at the max, and then that's pretty much it. Because when you get so many stools, it just not only looks cluttered, but there's just too much going on. Like, why not just take the stool with you? Why do you have to have 18 stools? And if you guys sell them, then you could get like 3 arcades with the money. They get sold with that. Yes, Lethal Wolf. Getting back to this, I know it's a little slow, but my son literally is a copy paste of me. Just wait till he gets a beard; it's gonna literally be like my twin. Um, all the comments coming in. Who you gonna call? That's right, dude. Man, we had a blast. So next year, we're gonna try to ride this Ghostbuster train as soon as my kids like it. If they want to do their own thing, I think Dad will always kind of be a Ghostbuster, but I want to get the real, like, close to real as I can proton pack. And then HasLab just came out with the real PKE meter and like a real ghost trap. That would be dope too to have. And it's weird too. I mean, some of you guys are moms and dads here in the chat. Do you guys dress up with your kids for Halloween? I saw plenty of parents out there that didn't dress up like the kids just dress up. Like, that's just interesting to me. Like, as a family, shouldn't you be rolling out as a unit? I don't know. Is it just me or what? Am I just like a big kid? Yeah, Thor KC, we kind of got the same thing. We got a virtual high five on the Frogger. No can do. It was sold out. They had that in the Atari. They had an Atari one for 199 too. It was a Tempest. The Tempest. Okay, Jason. So we'll have to check this out. Miss Corner Key, get on this. I know you're watching the show. The Harbor Freight stools are actually very comfortable. So get on that. Check the website. Harbor Freight stools. Let's get on it. Yeah, Chrissy, same thing like me, man. We're hoping that there's more Black Friday deals. NBA Shack Jam and Tron. I missed out on that $3.99 Shack Jam a few months back. Yeah, that was a really good price for that. You know, if you're an XL fan, I would have definitely jumped at that for sure. Oh, Jason, look at this. So this is the first year that the kids don't want to dress up anymore. The years fly by, brother. I want the years to fly by. I want my kids to grow up so me and my wife can get the hell out of here. We can bring in some, we can go to a real arcade together and bring some real content, or they can come with us if they behave, kind of thing. That's what I'm waiting for sure. Oh, Miss Corner Cave, I would love to have a snack right now. She's eating chili cheese dip with the keto chips. Oh, so fantastic. Maybe I'll have some after the show. Yeah, everybody's loving the food. Gotta love the food. We're all about the food and snacks, man. The drinks here. So maybe as the days kind of trickle in here, we'll get some more sales. If you guys keep us posted, email us. We're always checking our email. If there's a sale, especially on that pub table, we're kind of looking at that pub table. But if there's a sale on a 3/4 scale too, let us know because we want to jump in. We want to get some arcades. I don't necessarily want re-release titles. I pretty much have everything. That Galaga one does look pretty sweet though. Um, yeah, the Atari 50th looks pretty cool too. Um, I know it was weird because we didn't think that was gonna look cool, and then we saw like actual video of it. We're like, hey, it looks kind of dope. but but yeah, so hopefully 2024 comes out swinging. I heard that in January, Arcade1up's going to take off, and they're going to come at you with some titles. So hopefully we can get some new deluxe titles. TCK coming in. What's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Chris C. So Chris says my youngest is 16 and said he's staying home, passing out the candy this year. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool. We had a lot of people stop by our house, and we were out trick or treating. My front doorbell cam just kept going off every 10 seconds, and then when we came back in, we are just like, we're beat, dude. It was a lot of work to get all the kids out and then to get everybody dressed and undressed. I was exhausted. I had the sweatpants on. I just wanted to chill. All right, so we're caught up with the chat here, guys. Been rolling for about an hour. If you guys have anything left for me, We pretty much hit all the subjects. We were talking about the time crisis, which is definitely cool. If you guys haven't seen my review video, check it out on the channel. I just posted it today. I went pretty in depth with it. It's pretty one of my more in depth reviews, and I think I covered all the bases of all of the negatives of the cabinet and the positives of the cabinet. I think at the end of the day, if the cabinet went on sale and you're a big Time Crisis fan, I say pick it up. Even if you want a new title in your arcade, you should pick it up. It's not bad. You know, like what we did is we sold Big Blue for 300, and we used the funds to help chip away at Time Crisis. So Time Crisis cost us 450, and that's not that bad at the end of the day. But yeah, so we touched on that. Touched on all Halloween stuff, having some fun Halloween with the fun Halloween stream here tonight. And then we took a look at the Galaga being in the wild. If anybody has any NBA Jam pictures, send them into the show. We want to see them. If anyone has any arcade room tours, pictures and videos, send those into the channel as well. I'll throw up the email, guys, if you don't know it already. It's thecornercade@gmail.com, guys. And it's a little funky to read there with the spooky font. But yeah, we want to see all that stuff. Any sales, content, anything whatsoever. We want to see it. Bring it into the channel, you guys. If you guys help support us and show us all the breaking news and stuff, we can kind of give it back to the community through our streams and our community posts. It definitely helps out. But yeah, in the arcade room tours, that was such a big hit. If you guys want to share your arcade room tours or the new arcades that you got, this channel is all about showcasing your guys' home arcades off and all of the new cabs that are out in the wild. We want to be able to see that with you guys and share it with you as well. See you, Lethal Wolf. Have a good one, man. TCK says, I want to pick up Big Buck Hunter after your enthusiasm. Guys, I'm telling you, if you want to add a light gun game to your arcade, Big Buck Hunter is so underrated. If they just would have had either a 19-inch or a light-up marquee, just a light-up marquee at that point, because you can kind of get away with 17-inch and then upgrade to a 19-inch later. If they just would have had a light-up marquee, man, that cab would have probably been a 10 out of 10. Honestly, it's phenomenal. They've increased the height, added the molded coin door, fixed the guns, put on that that vinyl print, so they're upgrading their cabs into that, so no more plastic deck protectors. They brought the height way up after on that thing. It's such a fun game. There's so much replay ability to that. You'll never be able to beat it, kind of thing. With all the mini games, it's super fun. We got Outback Safari and Big Buck Hunter on there. It's really, really fun. So I personally suggest you guys picking that up. I'll never steer you in the wrong direction. If there's something that I don't like, I will not recommend it at all. But it's hard because these games are fun. And once you get a hand on them, it's like, man, that is cool. Like playing Time Crisis is cool, man. It's definitely fun. Yeah, Miss Corner Cake can vouch. She says, Big Buck Hunter's fun. It's definitely fun. And that's interesting because I wanted to give Mrs. Corner Cake thoughts. Maybe we'll have to do it next week on Time Crisis. She says she's not a fan of Time Crisis. But maybe we can save that till the next show. Definitely bucking awesome. That's right. Yeah, love you too, man. See you later, buddy. All right, guys, if you don't have anything for me, I guess it's that time to put a pin in it. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Let's bring the chat down. As far as content coming out, I might do a Big Buck Hunter review. We'll kind of see. Again, it's like I gotta pull it out, and we'll see what happens here with that. Always check out us doing like arcade gameplay nights, shorts on the channel, anything like that. We'll have next week's episode as well going on. Hopefully, Miss Corner Cake can join us. Sometimes the kids just beat the living heck out of you. She's also going through some stuff. But yeah, definitely thank you everybody for stopping by, checking out the channel. Guys, as always, we will see you in the next one. Peace.